Hello out there, everyone. Mayabi, and we're continuing with episode 2 of I'm a Magical Girl's Pet. Oh, and if you just joined us, you're welcome. Glad you all can make it here, and I hope you all enjoy your stay. And always remember the most important character of the story is you, the readers. Well, let's get it started. I stare at my hands and feet only to realize they're paws. For the first time, I'd noticed just how big the room feels in comparison to my small body. What happened to me? Why am I like this? It's a little complicated, but the short of it is that you're an animal. Now you're a familiar. A familiar? You're basically the partner of a magical girl. I realize the other voice in the room belongs to Hanoka. Hanoka, you're here. Are you okay? Hanoka frowns. I'm fine, but that doesn't matter given what you're going through. What should I say? I still have no idea what's going on. I get that you two have magical powers or something, and that you girls fight monsters, but I don't understand why that dark-haired girl was so adamant about fighting you girls. Hanoka lets out a heavy sigh. Well, try to take it from the top. Juna and I are what you call magical girls. We are humans who are gifted with the power by celestial bodies. That includes the sun, the stars, the planets, and the moons. Each of us becomes a magical girl to grant a miracle or a wish. And in exchange, you must dedicate your life to protecting the world from darkness. The darkness? Yes, the darkness is a negative force that runs throughout the world. It is responsible for every negative and evil impulsion. While it is not always a bad thing, many times it goes out of balance, and it creates what are known as shadows. Those are the monsters you saw. Normally, they stay invisible around humans. They influence the negative sadness, anger, and greed in humanity. However, when the darkness is too imbalanced, the shadows manifest physically. This usually happens when the witch is present. Witches are like magical girls. However, instead of doing the duty to control chaos, they agitate it. And they draw upon the power of darkness to give them their ability and wishes. They are always looking for new territory where they can let darkness reign. I furrow my brow. They stay quiet for a moment, allowing me to digest the information. Wow, that's a lot to take in. Is that why that girl attacked you earlier? That's right. Magical girls and witches are natural enemies. Magical girls want to rid the world of darkness, whereas witches want the opposite. That's insane. It's hard to believe any of this. But at the same time, I can't deny everything that's happened so far. I look down at my paws again. So, how does all of this relate to me being turned into a small fluffy animal? Hanoka sighs. When you were injured earlier, you almost died. There was practically no chance that you would have survived that. The only way I could have saved you was by using magic. Hanoka's cheek turns rosy red. By binding your body with my magical core, you become my familiar. I scratch my head. So, I'm like your psychic or something? It's a little more serious than that. As a familiar, you're capable of assisting your magical girl. You use your life energy to add to their magic. And you also support them in combat. So, as of now, you're officially contracted to help Hanoka. My eyes go wide. Wait! So are you saying I'm stuck like this? Hanoka's blush deepens. But for now at least. You see, normally familiars, if they're human, can change back to their human forms. But you transformed under very special circumstances because of a curse. The black orb that hit you was supposed to be a curse that affected my magical circuits. But because it hit you, it compromised your body. This isn't to say we can't fix it, right, Juna? There's a hint of desperation in Hanoka's voice, in Hanoka's eyes as she turns to Juna. Juna nods softly. There are plenty of magical girls and magical books that talk about removing curses. So we might be able to cure you and get you back to normal. We may even be able to remove your contract with Hanoka too. I nervously start chewing my bottom lip. Then you'd be able to go back to your normal, ordinary life. My mentor might know what to do. Talking to her will be my main priority. In the meantime, you should stay here with Hanoka. The shadows are most prominent at night, and they'll attack familiars just for being associated with magical girls. Okay, good to know. Juna eventually leaves, leaving me alone with Hanoka. I find myself thinking deeply as Hanoka excuses herself for a moment. Am I going to be stuck like this forever? And how am I supposed to be a familiar if I don't know anything about magical girls? Hanoka returns and places a glass of water beside me. I'm sorry again that all of this happened, Charlotte. I can't help but feel like this is all my fault. Don't be so hard on yourself, Hanoka. Besides, this whole story is based on me being your familiar. The only reason this happened was because I failed to wash my back. She grits her teeth. I can't believe I was so stupid. I let myself become vulnerable and ended up jeopardizing a civilian. How am I supposed to respond? You're being too hard on yourself. You were trying your best out there. And even Juna was struggling. You also protected me and Juna several times during the battle. She gives me a small smile. Thanks, Charlotte, but I still shouldn't have gone up against the witch. Oh, Hanoka, butts are for kissing. The truth is, Hanoka looks away for a moment before continuing to talk. I may be a magical girl, but I'm still rather new to all of this. Oh, me too. I never been a furry animal before. I'm clumsy. I don't have the same amount of finances Juna does. Even though I realize she's my senior and she has more experience, I just keep making one mistake after another. Don't say that. What do you mean? It's normal to want to beat yourself up when things go wrong. But in the end, you still saved my life, you know. But that's only because I was the one who chose to jump in to protect you. You didn't force me to do this. And before that, there were instances I could have gotten eaten alive by those monsters. If anything, I'm only standing here today because you did such a good job as a magical girl. You're doing everything you need to do, I think. Hanoka's face flushes. Then she offers me a small smile. For someone who turned into an animal, you're taking this very well. I guess I just try to look at the positive things in life. Hanoka giggles.
Tell a joke.
I don't know why I was so hard on you about our homework earlier. Oh crap, our homework! For the rest of the night, Hanoka and I rushed to get through our assignments. While I can't go to school this way, she promised to submit it. We eventually call it a night and sleep. I wake up the next morning to daylight coming from in the window. Wow, my whole body feels sore and cramped. When I look down, I'm shocked to discover my paws are no longer there. Instead, I see hands and feet. What the heck? I've changed back to normal. This is great, I gotta tell Hanoka. It's only then I realize I'm lying on the bed. Hanoka is not only right beside me, but hugging my body? How did this happen? I think back to the night before. I have only one bedroom, but since you're small, it should be fine if we share it. Just so that we stay safe, why don't you sleep on this pillow beside me? I guess it's about the size of a bed since I'm a small now. Hanoka must have accidentally grabbed me in my sleep while I was still in my animal form. But it's gonna be awkward staying like this while I'm a human. And I want to share the good news with her Pennies! I have to do something soon. Tutorial. You're about to encounter your first premium choice. Some choices cost rubies. These can let you access exclusive scenes and improve your relationship with your love interest. I guess the only way out of this is by waking Hanoka up. Blushing, I gently nudge Hanoka's arm. Hanoka, wake up! Not now, I'm too sleepy. This pillow is so warm. Hanoka squeezes me tighter and rubs her face against my chest. I hold back a yelp as she holds me. I guess the gentle approach isn't working. Hanoka, wake up already! What? Hanoka's eyes slowly flutter open. She stares at me with a dazed expression. Charlotte, why are you human again? And why are you? Hanoka's eyes widen as she realizes that what she's doing. She gasps and pushes me off the bed. Get away from me, pervert! I groan as I hit the ground. Ow! Hanoka pulls out her staff and then points it at me. What were you doing so close to me on the bed, Charlotte? Why are you trying to take advantage of me? She glares at me. Advantage of you? You were the one hugging me in a chokehold. No, I wasn't. Well, I didn't crawl into your arms. I was a small animal last night. I was just as surprised as you were right now when I woke up. How do I know you're not lying? Would I lie to you if I'm about to get blasted by a magic spell? I don't know you. Hanoka gasps as if realizing something. What is it? I think I know what happened now. Hanoka's face turns bright red. She moves over to the edge of her bed and reveals a stuffed toy. It's this. A stuffed toy. Yeah. I sleep with one at night. I must have mistook it for you since your pillow was near me. I stifle a laugh. Hey, don't laugh at me. I'm trying my best not to. She crossed her arms. I have a hard time sleeping, okay? Mr. Snuffles helps me with that. Hanoka's cute when she's all flustered like this. Mr. Snuffle, huh? I didn't know you had such a childish side of you. I said no mocking me. Hanoka pouts. Huh? I didn't know it was you, alright? You just felt so soft and fluffy that I couldn't have thought it was anything else. Well, if you know it's not my fault, can you please put away your staff now? Right. Hanoka puts her staff down and narrows her eyes at me. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again. But if I find out that you're just trying to sleep next to me, I'll set you on fire, okay? Wow, I wouldn't want to get on her Penny's bad side. I raise my hand in defense. Okay, I promise. Though I don't think that will be a problem. I'm human again, right? That means I'm all better? I'm not so sure. What do you mean? Wasn't the whole issue about the fact that I was a familiar? Yes, but butts up for kissing. I can still feel your magical connection to me. You're still my familiar. Let's talk to Juna about this when we get to school. She may have a better understanding. Once we have a break during class, we meet Juna privately. How fascinating. I suppose the curse has its limits. Perhaps you're only stuck in your familiar form from at night. Normally familiars can change forms at will. And you mentioned you couldn't do that, right? Yeah. Hanoka asked if I could, but I don't feel like I can. I'll tell this to my mentor, then. Ray already knows your circumstances, but it'll be best if we find time to talk to her face to face. I'll try to arrange a meeting with her soon. Alright, I have to do something before next class. Hanoka leaves. I notice Juna staring at me intensely. Is something the matter? Oh, nothing. I just find your whole case rather fascinating, Charlotte. I'm glad that you don't have to stay a familiar the entirety of the time, even if it's quite adorable. I feel my cheeks heat up slightly. I didn't get to properly ask at the time, but how are you handling the whole situation so far? Good question. I'm still not used to everything you girls told me. It all feels like a scary dream, you know. That's expected. But I promise Hanoka and I will do our best to help you adjust. Thanks, Juna. I know I'm in good hands. Juna smiles. All of a sudden, a classroom door opened and several students come bursting out. Miss Juna, we need you for a writing report on the school festival. Miss Juna, can you aid us with our declaration? The principal needs to talk to you about the upcoming meetings. Soon, other students start approaching her too, with various requests. Juna clearly raises her hands and laughs.
Tell a joke.
Now, everyone, I'll tend to everything in a bit. She's really going to handle all of that work by herself? Juna walks away from the crowd and turns toward me with a sigh. I'm sorry, Charlotte, as you can see. I have to attend to some student council business. What should I do? How about I help you? Juna's eyes widen. You want to help me? Yeah, what's the matter with that? Juna's cheeks turn rosy pink. Nothing. It's just the student council work can be incredibly grueling. I would hate to impose on you your free time. I think it could be fun. Besides, it's the least I could do after everything you've done for me. Well, I suppose I could use the company. Sure, Charlotte, why not? First, we need to fill out all the papers. On it, I salute her, which makes her chuckle.
Tell a joke.
Now we have to talk to the teachers about their club input. Sure thing. Next we have to gather the student petitions. Already ahead of you. By the time our break is over, June and I have run all over campus. I try to catch my breath. I didn't realize you did so much in your spare time. Juna laughs again.
Tell a joke.
I told you it was hard work. Being a student council president must be tough. A little, however, I enjoy doing it. I like to help out people to the best of my abilities. I think that's also why I enjoy being a magical girl. In one way or another, I'm able to protect those I care about. It makes me feel like I matter. If I had to carry the entire world's burden, I feel like I would be okay with that too. She has such a good heart. Isn't that too hard to do alone? Maybe, but I think it's worth it. I still think that some of the things are better when you have others to help you. Like the fact that you and Anoka made such a good team. You truly think so? I always worry about Anoka. She's always trying to help me. She's a brilliant magical girl, but I guess I can't help but baby her at times. I just don't want anything bad to happen to her. I think Anoka would probably feel the same way. That's why you two need to continue working together, right? You can both trust and rely on one another. I suppose you're right, Charlotte. I guess something in my way past just hold me back at times, that's all. Your past? Without going into too much detail, all I can say is that someone helped me greatly before. It inspired me so much that I wanted to help others too. And it's been a wonderful feeling. No matter the pain or exhaustion, it is always worth it. That burden I decided to carry on my own. Though I did enjoy having you help me with student council stuff to die. Maybe you should let me do it with you more often. Juna smiled warmly. I'll consider it. After the break ends, I join Anoka back in the classroom. The teacher enters the room. Instead of starting class, however, she announces something. Students, I'm delighted to tell you that we have a new classmate joining us. She's an exchange student from a few cities over. Kindly welcome Sayoka. Hanoka, and I gasped simultaneously. Charlotte, that's... I know. That's the witch we saw last night. Alright everyone, here's what I'm gonna call this an episode. If y'all like the video, do me a favor and punch a like button in the face like a boss and high fives all around. Oh, and if you just joined us, you're welcome. I'm glad you joined us, and I hope you enjoy your stay, and always remember the most important character story is you the reader. May y'all be out.